Hi there, here's Leon, the traveling meat man. I'm up here today in the hills of North Georgia. Check them hills out. In these pasture lands up here comes some of the finest local beef around Dalton, Georgia and Ellijay, Georgia. Bear Creek Cattle Company. We're going to go over and check them folks out and look at some of that fine beef they got. Well, we've just reached Bear Creek up here in the hills of North Georgia. Isn't that a beautiful creek there? And here we see Bear Creek Cattle Company. He's got some fine cattle out there. Folks, that's where you get fine cattle raising on the grass up here in the hills of North Georgia. Looks like they've been grazing them a little bit. They fat. I can't wait to try one of them steaks. Alright folks, we've seen some of these cattle here. Let's go on over there to the house and meet Mr. Betty. Shake hands, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let this man tell you about these fine cattle he's got out here. Let me get out of the picture where you can see a few of them.
Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us today out at the farm. We run a finished beef operation called Bear Creek Cattle Company, and we run a selection of genetics of registered Bronzy cattle and some commercial cattle and some Angus influence. Our Bronzy, the first question we get about the Bronzy breed is what kind of combination is a Bronzy cow? Is it a Brahma crossed with something else, a Gelbvieh or some other breed? And actually the Bronzy is the oldest purebred breed in America, and it's from the country of Switzerland. And we selected the Bronzy as one of our base breeds for producing finished beef for a number of traits. One, since we're completely vertical integrated, that means we're not only the cow-calf operation, but we wean the calves, take them to maturity, feed them out, and have them processed for finished beef. We need a number of traits that other cattle farms might not necessarily deem quite as important if they're selling calves at the stockyard. So maternal traits are a huge issue for us. We want a mother cow that will have good motherly instinct and, against predators. She produces a lot of milk, raises a heavy calf at weaning, puts more pounds on the frame. But from that point, we look at other traits that are very important to us. One is temperament, because we have this cow or steer throughout its life cycle, and any cow that would have bad temperament is going to cause a problem for the rest of our operation. So their docile temperament is big, but also when you get into the actual beef itself, the meat, Bronzy is unique because they have a very finely textured muscle, which helps to add tenderness without even the addition of the IMF, or the intermuscular fat or marbling. And they also have a larger genetic ribeye area than even the Angus breed. A typical steer, Bronzy steer, can have an upwards of a 14-inch ribeye area. Now why that's important is ribeyes are the #1 selling steak in America. So obviously the larger ribeye area you have, the more ribeye steaks we have to offer our customers. Now we take the Bronzy, and often we can cross them if we're running a Bronzy bull, we can run it over our commercial herd. One that gives a condition where when you crossbreed, it's heterosis, and it causes the calves to have that hybrid vigor. They grow faster, but as well it interfuses all of these Bronzy genetics into The commercial herd gives us more frame, more muscle, and produces a premium beef product in the end.
Well, Will, you got your bull here on the property?
We just pulled him here today, or just a few days ago, and we actually have a seed stock partner that lives outside of the Dalton area. It's Bagley Farms, and his name is Blake Bagley. And we lease a number of bulls out of his bull battery every year, and that allows us to be extremely selective about the genetics that we introduce to our breeding program and being vertically integrated. Now, we also have a bull of our own breeding that is currently at the University of Georgia's Bull Evaluation Center, and his name is Bear Creek Zorro. And Zorro is a very promising young herd sire. We hope to get him back in December of this year. He's been there since early June, and they put him on a feed-out program, and they call it on test. They evaluate him a number of periods throughout the evaluation cycle to tell us exactly what his average daily gain is. That means how much body weight is he putting on and how much muscle is he growing. They will also do ultrasound testing where they will tell us the exact measurement of the live bull, how large his ribeye area is, what is his intermuscular fat, and all of these specifics that we need. Now, the interesting thing about Zorro is in the Bronvie breed, he has a very well sought after pedigree with some very top line bull and dam. This bull's sire, his sibling was a national show champion in the Bronvie breed, and it's a very promising breeding, and we're looking forward to getting Zorro back in December.
Folks, if you're around this Dalton, Ellijay area and you love that local meat, you need to get in contact with Bear Creek Cattle Company. The gentleman right here will take care of you with some of the finest beef that comes out of the hills of North Georgia. And Mr. Will, I appreciate the visit, sir.
Thank you very much, Leon.